What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. We got Ash, Rune, Saito, Derpy Dog. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Is that a mindless stream? It is. It is. I just realized. One second. One second. There we go. Now the lights are on. Now we can get going. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Good to have you all here. Hope you guys have been having a great day. A great week. 2 weeks until school starts. Can we get an F in the chat? Rip. Enjoy school while you can. Enjoy school while you can. It might sound weird, but you'll look back on it fondly. Yeah, most places around me have started back up already, and most of my friends who are still in college either started like yesterday or they start like next week. So it's that time. Summer's coming to an end. College starts like a week and a half. Can't say you're not looking forward to it. Dude, it's exciting. College is fun. College is a lot of fun. There's like occasionally you'll have that week, you know, like you'll have a week where like you have 3 projects due that in my case I had always procrastinated on. It could have easily made it less stressful, but didn't. But you know, you always have like that week or two throughout a semester. Aside from that, like college is great. Message retracted. Oh no. Heard this is a pretty good time. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I miss it. I've only been gone like 3 months, but I miss it. Didn't realize school started so early for people. It just depends on where you are. Some schools, they'll either like get out earlier for the summer, or they'll like have a longer break in the fall or the winter or something. Just kind of depending. It varies from like school district to school district. It's not even like state by state or anything. It's like down to the school districts. Like where I live, it might be different than my family that lives like 30 minutes away. Back when I was young and went to college. I'm old now. That's how it works, right? Yep, graduate college and just boom, immediately you're old. No, adulting hard, yes. I guess I'm like officially an adult now or something. It's kind of crazy, kind of weird. Kind of think that it's fake. Inside. Nah, man, nah. Don't say that. Life is good, man. You're alive. That's good. That's a plus. Being alive is very much a good thing. Three phases of being an adult, what are they? 18, 21, and not doing school anymore. Just like the levels of like, boom, you're legally an adult. In most places, that's kind of like the final one, but then you have the US where you got 21, where it's like the final few things kind of open up aside from like really mundane stuff like renting cars from rental places and stuff, and then not doing school anymore. Yeah, I feel like not doing school anymore is definitely the big one. I know for some people 18 can be pretty big. In terms of like ending up doing some like being on your own a bit, but like definitely like finishing up college or even like just finishing up high school and boom, you're working. It's totally different, a whole different experience. Yo, kid named Tornado, welcome to the stream. Good luck on the shiny. Thank you. Hopefully we can get it. We weren't able to get 3 streams in a row of successful shinies, so hopefully, you know, this stream can fix that. Yo, Gym Leader Zero, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? After 36, you can technically do anything. yeah, like I feel like by that point you're most the way through as far as like that. Like I said, there's like the occasional kind of like at 25 you can do a couple things, then yeah, like 35, 36 you can do a couple more things, and like you have to get to those points before you can officially do it. But like the big ones that everyone always talks about is 18 and 21 for sure. Yo, Cinder, what's going on? Welcome. How are you doing today? How was your stream? I saw you were streaming earlier. I was still at work though. 3016 run for president. Yeah, yeah. Like that is like a big thing. For most people, that's not something necessarily people go for. Guess it's all just relative, like time. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like, in terms of just general, like, you know, I am 22 years old, so now is like 22 years from the start for me. But, you know, for someone who's like 15, that's like 7 years of difference. Or, you know, you get older and it's the same kind of thing, and it's weird how it's like you're all at like different points in your like time, but it's the same time. I don't know, that's weird and probably really dumb, however I worded it. But also, yeah, just like in general, people do things at a different pace. Not many viewers, I guess that's what you can expect now that school's starting up again. Oh yeah, for like a day stream for sure. For a day stream, yeah. Yo, Galaxy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You gonna send me some boxes? Oh boy, the mystery boxes. Who knows? Who knows what it could be? You guys, just not me. I don't know why. Like, you would think by this point that YouTube on browser could handle that, because like it's not my, or like even the browser necessarily might be the problem. Either way, Chrome or YouTube should get it together and fix the emoji thing, just because like they're like officially like they're like a standard. There's no reason for them to be boxes on anything. It's already 2 a.m. in Germany. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The streams are way later than they usually were, than they used to be. Like, this is starting an hour after I would have ended my old schedule. F of X, you're weak. Y, I'm you. Oh my goodness. Math jokes. Struggling with some stuff like Metal Gear Solid gave you an anxiety attack. Oh no. Why? How to do that? How's it going, Dad? Adulting is hard. It gets easier. Some. A little bit. Stream schedule's based on my job, right? Yeah, now it is. Like, I get out of work now at or after the time that I would usually have started streaming before. So... So yeah, that had to change, obviously. And then also just because working 40 hours a week as opposed to having like 12 hours of classes a week takes up way more of my time, so I can't stream quite as often. Dr. Phil hosted meme review. I've seen like 2 meme reviews. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so right now the stream schedule is pretty sparse. The only like guaranteed shiny hunting stream is Thursdays. Tuesdays is just kind of like a random stream, which right now has been Mario Maker on Twitch. Yo, MT, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Finally, Mindless in the stream has come back to YouTube. Yeah, it does kind of feel like it's like off YouTube when it's gone for the week. It also doesn't help that until like today, I had it set for my streams to go back to archiving, as opposed to like being available for people to watch. So like, there's honestly probably people out there who don't really realize I'm back. So hopefully having the streams stay posted kind of helps it feel like I'm not gone as much as I am, you know? very painful and itchy peeling sunburn and you're not having a great time. No. How'd you get that? I guess I was gonna ask how you got that, but I'm assuming it's from vacation. $2015 Metal Gear Solid 5. Friends hated it and gave it to you. I mean, it's neat that you got a game. But like, huh. I never played it, so I wouldn't really know. I was like wondering what's bad about it, because I feel like I heard great things about that game. Or maybe it was just like one of those games that's so popular that you hear stuff about it no matter what. Once again, loved the Mario stream, laughed so hard, rip Mario. In my hands, Mario is not safe, sadly, for him. I don't know, I'm proud of my 22-minute time to beat Hot Sponge. I don't know, both those, the first and second one of those are both fantastic. So great to play. If you have Mario Maker 2, definitely play them. Once a week is better than nothing, so works for everyone, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. I'd love to be able to stream a bit more. Just, yeah, schedule and just like, I don't know, I kind of learned from my 6-day-a-week streaming schedule that, like, that's stressful. That's stressful for something that's supposed to be super fun. So I was like, I'm going to cut back on it and hopefully, you know, make sure I'm enjoying it a lot as well as, like, you know, if I'm enjoying it more, hopefully you guys enjoy it more. Shaggy Evie, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope you've been having a good day. Yuma, Arizona is not forgiving. It's fine until the last day when you were in Yuma. One place, just all the sunburns. Spearmint or peppermint? You have to answer this. This is the only trait that defines a person, nothing else. You can put every other controversial opinion aside. It's spearmint or peppermint. That's the real deciding factor here. Good question. Good question. Probably peppermint. Peppermint makes you sneeze. I guess that's the reason not to like it. The streams make my nose itchy, but I still do those. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. How about you? Spearmint for you. So 2 spearmint to my 1 peppermint. Fundamentally disagree with that statement, but okay. Which statement? Because everything I've said is, like, objective truth, so... I don't know that you could possibly disagree with what I said. Actually, been hunting Azelf in your Ultramoon. Might as well continue alongside you. Awesome. Well, good luck. Good luck. We'll see who gets it first. Hopefully this stream looks okay for you guys. I only have the 1 instance of OBS, so I have to constantly switch between the stream settings for this and the stream settings for Mario Maker. Honestly, you could probably just leave it at the Mario Maker settings and no one would know the difference, but I changed it back, so hopefully nothing got messed up. The audio always is really weird. Excuse me. The audio is always really weird, like transitioning back from doing Switch stuff, because the way that I have it set up, I have to like plug my headphones into my monitor as opposed to plugging them into my amp to hear the game, and then I lose all desktop audio, and I really need to figure out how the heck to get around that. But yeah, because the issue is, like, I can't plug my headphones into my Switch because that cuts the audio to the capture, and I can't just leave my headphones plugged into my computer because the capture is like a fraction of a second behind, and that would throw everything off with the audio. So yeah, I have to like plug it into my monitor so that the audio still goes to the capture card, but I still hear it like with the game in sync. So yeah, that's like, so I have to like figure that out, and then like I always log onto my computer the next day and wonder why I can't hear anyone on Discord. Stream looks perfectly fine. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I have to change the bit rates. I dropped the bit rate down for this because even though the stream, I actually streamed higher quality for this stream, because like 90% of the screen doesn't change every frame. I just leave it at like 3,000 kilobits. And then for Mario, I changed it to 6,000. Did I do my heavy metal impression on Mario stream? I don't know if I've had a heavy metal impression. I don't have hair long enough to do it. Oh, defining one by the preference of a mint is illogical and irrational. No, it's like, it is the deciding factor. I mean, what else can we decide things on? Like, deciding things in ways that aren't black and white? Nah. No. You have two choices on mint, that's it. Nothing else. Birds have tongues. It's weird to think about, but yeah. It explains this thing. What's my favorite trio? The Weather Trio. Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza. Which I believe they're Weather Trio, right? That's what I've always called them, and no one's corrected me. Yo, Garchomp Games, welcome. How are you doing today? Favorite trio is Dialga, Giratina, and Palkia. What do you call them? The Matter Trio? Yeah, what is their name? You're doing pretty good. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Garchomp Chomp. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because I guess what? Because, I mean, they're time, space, and Giratina's antimatter, right? Yeah, so I really don't know what they would be. It really feels like for Gen 4 they kind of went out there with like what the Pokemon represented, where you go to like Gen 1 and they're just like, they're birds that have these powers, they're pretty cool. You go to Gen 2 and it's like, I mean, they have like the story behind them and all this stuff. Gen 3 it's like, they're weather, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty rooted in stuff, it makes sense. And it's like Gen 4 she's like, they're time and space, and it's like, that's a lot. The creation tree. Yeah, that makes sense. What happened to Chomper from Mario? You mean Chain Chomp? Yo, Aki the Fox, welcome, welcome. I am back, yes. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm back with a much lighter schedule than I had previously. Right now it's one Pokemon stream a week. Potentially I'll get that up to 2 at some point, but no promises there. But yeah, I'm back. I'm streaming. I finally got YouTube set back up how I really want it for a channel that's streaming at my pace. Yeah, so we're back. I think finally fully in the swing of it. I think today is like the first time that we've actually held a schedule all week. Gen 4 does such a good job with mythology of Pokemon. I don't know, it's like scratching my throat. Especially Adore the Distortion World, how weird it was. We've now gone beyond Mesprit encounters. We're a few away from 200, which was the planned end for the Mesprit stream, but instead we just got Mesprit. Chain Chomp, is he even in the game? Yeah, he's in Mario Maker. He's in Mario Maker a bunch. Sometimes he can be really annoying in levels, though. I don't know. But nothing, in my opinion, can be as annoying as Hammer Bros in Mario, especially in Mario Maker. When you can spam them, oh my gosh. Hammer Bros are my least favorite enemy in Mario Maker, and I feel like now that I say that, one of the people who makes Mario Maker levels that I play is gonna throw them all in it. Hope you're okay. Want to drop by and say hello before bed? Yeah, I'm doing well, doing well. Yeah, I've just been getting the swing of things with my job and everything. Graduated college and did all that stuff, and so now it's like that's why I took the break, because there's just a lot going on, but things are settling back down. Better like a Hammer Bro level, oh man. See, like, I know, it was gonna be you, or like Vanillix was gonna catch part of the stream, or yeah, Vanillix would have shown up like right then, and like made a rage level around Hammer Bros solely. But too much. It's the RNG and the range. Like, if there was a bit more of a pattern to them, maybe, but I don't know, just... It's one of those things where, like, sometimes they just, like, kind of throw the hammer just kind of comes out of nowhere and hits you, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do? Especially when there's multiple. Dimensional multi, of course, Cinder, of course. Good luck on your hunt. Thank you, Aki. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're able to stop by. It's good seeing you. Right back at you, Buckaroo. Physics jokes. I haven't taken physics in like 5 years now, I think. As soon as I got to college, I took geology as my science and called it a day. Like, because my major is computer science, so I didn't need like physics or chemistry. It's just kind of like school. Like, you need to take a science, and one of the options was geology. So I was like, all right, I'll go hit rocks together once a week in a lab and call it good. That's what I did for 2 years, or 2 semesters, so like 1 year. So I needed I needed a sequence of sciences, and they both had a lab attached. It was an interesting class. It was actually pretty interesting. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed physics and chemistry, but I don't know how much that came down to just I had really, really interesting professors in college for it. So I'm mildly nervous today with the stream. Just after the stream on Tuesday, after the technical difficulties of the stream on Tuesday, I'm worried that we're gonna have the same happen here. Like, in theory we shouldn't, but there is a chance that we run into that issue of my computer just crashing again. So favorite Pokemon type, I don't really have like a favorite type, because I don't really like do anything competitive or that relies at all on stats. So my preferences come entirely down to design and which Pokemon I like in a type. And for the longest time now, I haven't really had a favorite type, because it's just like, oh, I like this Pokemon and I like this Pokemon, and they're like both completely different types, and there's no real correlation between it. But I would say, or my answer to this question, because it's been asked like before, but like a year ago at this point, I think, is like, my default answer is Dark type, because that was my favorite type when I was little. Because Pokemon like Poochyena, Mightyena, Absol were like amazing to me when I was like in 3rd grade. But yeah, since then it's kind of like my preferences have changed as far as like my favorite Pokemon, but they don't fit into a type anymore. So it's like I don't really have a favorite type. Experiencing mindless difficulties. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen today. Yo, South Star, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm just gonna give a heads up, guys. This is probably gonna be a fairly short stream tonight. I have a lot of stuff I gotta get done before work tomorrow. You can definitely see me in a Rick costume. I got the height. I'd need a Morty then, right? Who would be the Morty? How familiar am I with SpongeBob? I haven't watched any of the new stuff. Pretty much anything from the start until like a year after the first SpongeBob movie. I I can do that. I know that. The newer episodes from then on, I do not. Unfortunately, you were short. I mean, nothing's stopping you from being Rick anyways. I still need to... I've been looking into this again, and I think the last time I mentioned it on stream was, like, back when I was under 1,000 subs, like, over 2 years ago at this point, I think. Like, we're just at 2 years ago at this point. And, yeah, I'm wanting to work on my animatronic Rowlet project some more. That was a fun one. That was a fun one at the start when or like, it's a fun thing to think about. It's just difficult to kind of like get it working, you know? So I'm trying to think back through it, and I'm trying to like figure out a timeline to build that, because I really want to make it be cool. It's like a full-size one. I think one of my biggest issues, or one of like my biggest stopping points, aside from like just designing the mechanisms on the inside, is I don't know what kind of material I would use for the outside, you know? Like, you could either go like super realistic with it and like get feathers that are really similar to owl feathers and stuff, and you know, find some fake leaves to use for the bow tie and things like that. Or you could try to go a little bit more cartoony and like keep with the actual texture you see, but like I feel like there's a happy medium in there where like it still looks very, very close to being Rowlet without being like too like cartoony, but also like it just doesn't look like a round owl, which admittedly is what Rowlet is, but like there's a point where it becomes too too realistic. What experience do I have with robotics? From 4th grade through 12th grade, I was in competitive robotics. Started at my elementary school, then had a team that we just ran out of my house until high school. And then in high school, I started doing VEX and FRC at my school. I went to world championships for each of those. I still mentor my high school team, and I went to Houston with them for Worlds this past spring. I was like lead programmer for most of the years that I was in it. I was very much more on the software side of them than the hardware side, especially starting in high school. Had one too many close calls in the machine shop, and I was like, I'm gonna go sit behind the computer. But yeah, so I've done robotics for a while. Competitive robotics sounds as weird as competitive gardening, but nice. Look up FRC. Look up FRC robotics. What was it? I'm already blanking on the name of this past year's game. Or yeah, look up like FRC Deep Space, and like they're big robots. It's not like battle bots, but it's like you're basically fighting or, you know, competing on like a basketball-sized field, and they're remote controlled robots. Well, what? I totally hit the wrong button. I can tell I'm getting a bit sleepy. Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know about you guys. How do I like working in the city? It's been interesting. It's different from the college town I was in. Admittedly, like it's not like it's a city that I'm unfamiliar with or anything, and it's not like downtown or anything like that. Mindless, no sleep, SquarePants. I get sleep. It's just like the sleep schedule that actually like makes me feel rested is not the sleep schedule you can have with a 9 to 5. Oh, what's my job? I am a software developer. But yeah, so like, I don't know, my body doesn't even, like, here's the problem. You know how, like, if you're off your sleep schedule in some way, like, you might be a little bit more tired, but there's definitely a clear point in the day. Like, if you wake up super, super early and, like, you're exhausted, there's a point where you, like, actually wake up later on in the day and you're not as groggy anymore. For me, when I wake up at, like, you know, 7:30 for work, that point that I wake back up is, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so, like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm just going to take a nap when I get home. And the entire day at work, I'm like, I'm going to take a nap when I get home. And then I get home and I, like, am wide awake. And am until, like, midnight, if not later. And, like, if I try to go to bed before that, it just doesn't work. I'll probably wear a suit with a long tie, slacks, and no back pocket for some reason. Nah, I wear jeans and, like, the button-up shirts that you used to see on the streams, and, like, a hoodie. I want to get one of those Pokemon dress shirts. Those finally came out in the US. Like, you can finally order them, but they're expensive. It's like $100 a shirt, which is crazy. But they look so cool. Like, it might be worth it to get one someday when I can afford it. That day is not today. At all. Hashtag hoodie mindless. Yeah, I mean, most places, especially in, you know, software, the tech industry, are pretty lax as far as, like, you know, don't wear sandals and stuff like that. Like, wear closed-toed shoes. Wear, like, long pants. Can't show up in, like, shorts or anything like that. But yeah, for the most part, places are pretty relaxed about how you dress. I will say though, because like I said, I live pretty close to my office, like within like a 5-minute drive. There are days where my commute is like triple the length. Like commute, depending on what you consider the commute. Like if you consider the time from my desk at work to my couch at home, there are days where the commute's like triple the average or the norm. Just because like the nature of the area that I'm in, there are just some days where there's a whole lot of traffic right there. And most of that time is like, and by traffic I mean like in the parking deck. Like people are coming in when I'm trying to leave, and it's like, I drive a really big car through a really tight parking deck, and it's like, y'all you gotta let me through. You can't just hold me up. Like I can't go around you or anything. So like sometimes the stream gets really long like that. Yo, Juan Manuel Garcia, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully Azelf will shine. So favorite music piece in Pokemon? I don't know. I don't actually have an answer for that one. I don't really pay attention to the music when I play, honestly. Half the time I play, like I have the music muted and everything, like all the sounds turned off just because of where I am. Like it would be, like I used to play a bunch like waiting for classes to start. So I'd be sitting in like an a lecture hall with some other people, or sitting in a hallway, and you know, in that case, I don't have headphones plugged in. I'm talking to people, and it'd be weird to have the music playing. So really, outside of the streams, I don't listen to the music when I play Pokemon. Yo, Mexican Shrek, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Vince, what's going on? Welcome. How are you doing? Doing a project and you're really tired. I feel you, man. I feel you. What's the project about? Nice hat. Thank you. Thank you. It's like my favorite hat at the moment as far as like hats that I can wear regularly. Eterna City, Mali City, Ecruteak, and Spear Pillar are some of your favorites. Cool. Like, the music I really know is, like, the Hoenn music. Sinnoh music I do know a little bit of. Like, I'd recognize it for the most part. But yeah, outside of that, it's like, I recognize it as Pokemon music is basically what it is. I couldn't tell you what song this song, or like what route this song is from or something, but it is something that, yeah, I'd recognize it. Blast music at work. Nah, it's too open of an office. Good luck for Azelf. Your friend's like, hey, no, you're good. You're good. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. Yeah, no need to apologize at all for that. I started binging The Office. It's really good. Have you ever seen it? Yeah, I've watched it all the way through twice. Once, just kind of by myself, and the other time, Mel was watching most of it with me. Like the song that plays in Gen 7, Clothes Shopping Gladiant's theme. I really like the SOS music, or just like the battle music in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, it's so good. A Hoenn song without trumpets doesn't exist. Doesn't need to, though. Like the Groudon Kyogre theme music in ORAS? Okay. Yeah, but blasting at music at work wouldn't go over too well. The whole floor is like super open. So like people would hear it all. Like there'd be like 200 plus people hearing it. Just on my floor. And then there's like 6, 7 floors of like actual office space that all has like 200 people on it. It's ridiculous. Yo, Puffin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you doing? How have you been? Still waiting for a region based on Chicago with a jazzy soundtrack. That would actually be pretty neat. I wonder what the Gen 8 soundtrack's gonna sound like. That'll be interesting. So, because I don't know, we've had a stream since this happened, but I don't think we really talked about it. What's everyone's thoughts on the like latest Pokemon stuff, the Galarian forms and all that? Good man, how about me? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Ready for the weekend at this point. It's been a busy week at work, so I could do with a bit of extra rest. Good luck to Manaphy too. So you started? Yeah, Manaphy I started a while back. I need to figure out how the heck I'm going to do that one again. There's a bunch of stuff I have to do with like configuring my capture cards and everything to make them work. Because since I have a like 3DS capture card and then a DS capture card, the software doesn't recognize that as well. So like I have to, like if I plug them into the USB ports and set it up, and then change anything plugged into the USB ports, they get confused. The bong forms. I love him. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Like, I don't know. It was great. That trailer I was really excited for. Like, I was really excited after I saw it. I haven't been quiet about this. I haven't, like, posted on Twitter or anything, but I am definitely someone who's, like, upset that the National Dex isn't in it, but it's not like I'm not going to buy the games. You know, just for the sake of, like, I have a massive collection of Pokemon that I intended to trade up, but after seeing those trailers and actually seeing new content in the games, I'm more excited. Right now, I think my biggest, like, concern, which really isn't even a concern, it's just kind of like, I'm wondering how they're going to handle it, is just the new encounter styles. Like, since it's the Let's Go style encounters and the exclamation marks, and that's what we got, I'm wondering how shiny hunting's going to work. That's my big thing. Hope James is a Galarian wheezing in the anime. That'd be great. Shiny hunting Manaphy on which game? Better not be Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It is. It is. My Pearl and Diamond save or cartridges at this point are fully locked in Manaphy hunting mode at this point. I've got 10 eggs. Welcome Fresh Ideas too, and don't lean too far one way or the other. Like Poke Extremism. Fair. Yeah, no, there's definitely, like, I'll admit, I appreciate seeing the people still posting the hashtag on the Pokemon stuff, just because it means, like, unlike a lot of the people who just get upset on the internet about something, they haven't forgotten about it. It's like, okay, people, like, legitimately care about this one and aren't just, like, hopping on the bandwagon to hop on the bandwagon. But yeah, they're the people who are, like, attacking, like, Game Freak employees directly and stuff, like, harassing them on stuff, like, going after them directly. I'm like, no, why would you do that? That's, like, that's unacceptable, but I don't know. I can appreciate the people who are still, like, posting about it, just for the sake of, like, hey, I'm not alone. There are other people who think about it, you know? It's the most time-consuming shiny ever, but it'll be so worth it if I get it. And isn't that what really matters with shiny hunting, right? Do I still play Smash Bros, or have you stopped after the incident on the bridge of Eldon? Occasionally. The problem is, like, I really only enjoy Smash Bros. When it's like a bigger group of people. But the only times that Smash has come up as like an option to play with friends is when it's that one friend who's way better than all of us who's like, hey, does anyone want to play? And I think, and I definitely am like, I don't know, I just got really upset the one time I played like that. You know? Like, it's like, there's a difference between like, you know, like having fun playing 8-person Smash and getting wrecked there, because it's like, everyone's laughing and stuff and you're not getting singled out. But it's 1v1 and the most damage you did was like 45% of one stock and that's it. Yeah, like that's less fun. And that's usually how Smash goes for me. So I don't play Smash all that often. Long story short, yeah, I really haven't played Smash much. Crazy itchy nose adventure. Oh my gosh, I still don't know why my nose itches all the time in the streams. Yo, Terry the Tree, how's it going? How's it going? It's going well here. Good to see ya. It's like football hooligans in Europe. I'm so glad that Team Yell is based off that. It's so great. Like, you know what, it's not quite. Like, it's like a mix of a couple things, but like, they very much are influenced by football fans. I love it. Hope that our stuff for Sword and Shield anime changes. Oh, true. I don't know. I can understand why, like, after 6 generations of Pokemon anime perfecting and polishing that art style, for them to just go, now we're gonna change it to the super cartoony one. I can understand how that, like, doesn't look great for people. I love what they can do with the animation style with it, though. You know? Like, just the amount of expression and kind of comedy they can put into the animation just because the art style is so unfinished. I love it. Honestly, it took that for me to finally actually sit down and start watching the Pokemon anime from start to finish. Yo, Kyo Raid, we're getting raided. What's going on? Raiders, welcome to the stream. Maximum, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Crabrawler, welcome to the stream, guys. Animaflex, Kyo Raid, thank you, Kyo, for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. How was your stream? There's a raid. I'm aware, Saito. I am aware. Iceberg Mike, what's going on? Pokaflexi, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Raid hype, guys. Raid hype. Got told to say hello. Well, hello. Miss Demonica, welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? Raiders, welcome. I really appreciate it. Kyo, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Guys, from my stream, if you don't know who Kyo is, she is another amazing streamer. Go check her out. She does shiny hunts as well. Definitely. Kyo, thank you again for the raid. Gonna have to get through you first. How's it going, Animalflex? Welcome. That green mustache, what's going on? What gen is this? This is Gen 7. This is some Ultra Sun. Hold up, Puffin is indeed in here. Kyo raid attack. Did a throwback Thursday, dual hunt Entei and Raikou. No shiny, but it was a great stream and a lot of sport. Awesome. Well, best of luck. I hope you can get one of the shinies soon. And thank you again so much for the raid. He got broken from a dono? Is this true? Kind of seeing people playing this game still. Plus you're already so woo! Yeah, I'm finally back streaming. It's been a little while. Like, I've picked it up over the past like month again, but yeah, there's definitely a while where I took a big break. Puffin is God. Yo, Pokeflexi, thank you for the donation. Kyo has a beautiful smile. I agree. Thank you, guys. Show Pokeflexi some love in the chat for the donation hype, super chat hype. Hopefully, it picks up on my stream labels and shows up on stream here in a second. You must do something. There we go. Pokeflexi again. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Don't know, hype indeed. I always appreciate it. It helps me get new equipment and stuff. I think my next plan is to get something like a green screen for my Mario Maker streams. You know who Flexi is? They got 38,000 subs. Really? Nice. Raise you up to the skies so you can touch it. But also go check out Pokeflexi then. Being super incredibly awesome. So is the opening piano fanfare that plays and the Solgaleo cry get annoying every soft reset, or you just end up tuning it out? It's definitely one of those things where like I can kind of tune it out, and you realize that you tune it out once you switch to the other game. So I forget which game we did Regice in, but I know as soon as I finished that Regice hunt, which for anyone who's newer to the streams or unaware, Regice took me from July to I just realized Discord's still open, so 1 second while I close that so the notification noise doesn't come through. By the way, Discord in the description. Join if you want to hear about when any of my other streams will be. But yeah, so like, I can tell that I tune it out because as soon as I switch to the other game, and it has the other legendary cry, I notice it and it throws me off for like the first stream or two. You bought all of your subscribers. Kind of want to super chat, but don't have a credit card or PayPal. Hey, that's all good. You being here is enough for me. What is my sub goal? I just realized that that's not actually there. I don't know. 24-25 for now, I guess I'll say. PayPal's just empty as heck. Mine basically holds like a little bit of it's where the donation money goes at first, and then from there it sits, and usually what happens is I basically just like say in my head I moved that money over to my like actual like bank account, and then I just let Spotify or whatever take the money, or like my other my subscriptions on YouTube, my memberships. Just basically most of my online stuff goes into my PayPal, so like most of the time my PayPal is just like another email I get between my bank account and whatever service I got renewed. I got a green screen, but it's proven to become difficult to set up a lot. I think eventually get the Elgato one that pulls up. Yeah, that was like my one concern. Is you can go on Amazon and for like $15 you can get this like a piece of green fabric, and then I can go to Walmart or Target and buy like a $5 drying rack or something that I can hang it over. But yeah, I purposely set up my apartment so I don't have to move my lights, just because like it was obnoxious to move those. And yeah, so I can. That's where like I was like, the Elgato one would be nice, but the Elgato one's like $150. That's a lot of money for a green screen. My sub goal's there. That right now the sub goal that's just my sub count actually. Like it's supposed to be the goal, but I haven't changed it. Use PayPal for eBay mostly. Really, I just use it as like a buffer between like my bank account and online stuff for the most part. Like I don't know. I don't like putting my like actual debit card or credit card online. It's like, all right, PayPal exists. Use that. You know, that's me though. You joined Discord, awesome. I appreciate Green Mustache. Welcome, welcome. Can I get my super chat in Bitcoin? Like one day it might be worth $5, and the next day it was actually just happened to have been like a $50 donation. You never know with Bitcoin. Set the chroma key the cheap green screens correctly. It's not a pure green. Yeah, but I mean, fortunately, like you can just kind of go into most editing software and be like just select the color off it and then put that color into the chroma key. I tried doing it really, really cheaply. Like I was like, I have a blue blanket on my bed. I can use that, right? And I like got it set up, and I like tried chroma keying it, and like it worked, but it fell apart the moment like it moved a little bit, or I think I like turned another light on, and the whole thing just was ruined. Yeah, so I feel like getting an actual like, green screen to chroma key with would be the best option. Yo, Miss Demonica, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Subscribing is called Shiny Luck, right? Yeah, it gives us some more Shiny Luck for sure. Getting sleepy, your eyes are getting droopy. I'm getting so sleepy. Like I said, it's been a long week with work and everything. I got tomorrow to get through, and then I can sleep in. I'm looking forward to sleeping in on Saturday morning so much. Let's need to edit the chroma key for the green screen. Yeah. I feel like with a lot of green screen, or with a lot of those, you have to kind of edit it anyway. Like it might be a pure green, but if your lights aren't a pure white, it kind of messes with it too. How much longer is the stream going? I don't know. Probably like 10-15 minutes. Like I said, like MT pointed out, I'm getting tired. I am getting tired, and I still have like laundry to do before bed. So like, I should have done it before the stream, but I was lazy and sat on my couch for a while. I'm currently building a computer. You have the case and processor. Nice, nice. What kind of processor? I'm assuming you also have the motherboard if you have the processor. What's my favorite gen? Gen 3. Definitely Gen 3. As far as my favorite gen goes, favorite game specifically is Sun, though. Just because Sun's the one that got me into shiny hunting, and I have, like, probably close to 2,000 or 3,000 hours on it. Can't tell anymore because, you know, the timer stops eventually. You get a Ryzen 5 at 2600X. Nice. Gonna be getting the motherboard later. Getting parts together. Fair. Fair. Nice, nice. I'm looking into building a new PC too. Mine's about 5 years old now. It can handle streaming, but it can barely handle streaming. It's a 4970K or 4790K. Sorry, 4790K GTX 970. And it has 8 gigs of RAM because one of the RAM sticks died. And at this point, it's like they don't even produce it anymore for me to really RMA it. So yay. And if they gave me new stuff, it wouldn't fit in my motherboard because I built my computer right before the transition to DDR4. So, like, if I upgrade anything except for the graphics card, I have to upgrade everything. And if I upgrade the graphics card, all the modern cards are triple slot. And my case doesn't support that, so I have to upgrade everything anyway. So, like, it's basically like I can add... I actually can't even add a hard drive. I can get a bigger hard drive, like, with more capacity, but that was it. That's it right now. Yo! Maximum, thank you for the membership. Member hype right there. Everyone show Maximum some love in the chat. I think that means we're actually gonna hit our membership goal. Yo! Thank you, Maximum, I appreciate that. Hit our member goal, I believe, I haven't checked recently, I think this means we got some room for, we got room for another emote now. New member hype, the hype is real. Thanks so much, I appreciate that. Make some good money with drawings. That's awesome. Awesome. I wish I had, like, the talent to do that, or, like, the determination to practice that. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm probably not the only one like this, but if I try to, like, start drawing or do anything kind of creative, I have this, like, idea in my head, and if I don't get it perfect, I like, get really frustrated and give up. Which is unfortunate, because that's not how you learn. But, you know, it's how it be. I tend to put more of my tinkering and everything into programming and stuff. Mindless difficulty are kicking in. I want you to make the emote. It'll be good practice. It would be. It would be. Oh, we gotta think about what the emote is. I don't think we ever decided what the next one's gonna be. We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that out. I'll post that question in the sponsor lounge chat. New Rowlet friend. Yes, we got another Rowlet friend. Everyone can be a lovable dope as long as they aren't mean. True. True. That's really the one thing, is don't be a jerk to people and you're good. What do you have to do in order to be an admin in Discord or mod in stream? Really, this is going to sound like a jerk answer probably, but I feel like a lot of streamers say, like, don't ask, usually. Most of the admins and mods on the stream and Discord are personal friends in real life, not out of, like, to give them some kind of extra cred or anything, which is, I've known them for 15 plus years for the most part. And everyone I can know through the stream, I only can physically have known for 2.5 years. So it's just a matter of, like, that was when I couldn't really handle much of the chat myself. Now the chat is usually pretty tame, and I can usually trust you guys. Basically, the next time that anyone gets added is once it becomes too much for the current way it is to handle, and you're here, and you're, like, the best person in my mind. So there's not really, like, a process, you know? A Regice mode. Oh, yeah. A hangry mode. Oh, I can't believe it's actually called hangry mode. That's just so great. The case you got is a little RGB on it, and you're getting some strip lights with the case. Nice. Do you know what case it is? Do I have Instagram? Not a public one. I don't even use my private one. It just exists. The only social media I have for the stream stuff is obviously like YouTube, Discord, and Twitch, and then Twitter. Twitter's the one that's posted. Do you see that you got a shiny Rayquaza after 92 soft resets? I did, Luigi Lewis. That is amazing. Welcome to the stream, by the way. But congratulations on that. Less than 100 lucky. Less than 100 is insanely lucky. We've gotten that one time. I don't think we've gotten it twice. We've gotten it one time with a legend. Have a great stream. Thank you, Maxim. I appreciate it. Thank you again so much for the membership. We've hit our goal. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you. You are awesome. You were super awesome. Cases an Aerocool Scion RGB. Nice. I'll have to look it up. I've been looking at some of the tempered glass Corsair cases. They look really nice. They look really clean. I think my one concern with them is there's so much glass that I'd have to like actually care about cable management. Reg eyes with the dots in its head or eyes. I always kind of imagine them already as eyes. It was jolly too. Nice. Is that a good nature for it? Closest thing you have to social media app is Reddit and Discord. I never really consider Reddit to be social media. I think it probably is, but I really just go on there to look at stuff. I never post. An account that I've had since like before I even used this username. Can't believe I'm not following you on Twitter. Oh no. I barely use Twitter. Here's what happens with me and Twitter. I go on it, I use it for like a week, and I'll make like a couple posts, and then like I just stop looking at Twitter, aside from legitimately right now just scrolling through to see what Pokemon posts. That's the only thing I do on Twitter. For a little while there was a time where I used Twitter a lot, and that's when I had Reddit uninstalled on my phone. Like I just decided like one day I was like, you know, I'm gonna uninstall Reddit and see how long I can go, and I made it like a month and a half. I'd kind of forgotten about it, but then I was like, oh yeah, like there are things that like I do kind of want to see that I've forgotten about, so like I reinstalled it more for that sake, and like changed my habits to not like open that up the moment my phone was in my hand. Isn't this one of those guard Pokemon? I know you keep thinking it's false. What are you talking about? You have an $800 budget, so you had to go a little cheap on the case. That's fair. The case is a place to go cheap on. Do not go cheap on the power supply. Like, just at all. You'll hear this from pretty much anyone that builds PCs. Don't buy the cheapest power supply that meets your requirements. Don't buy a cheap power supply in general. Buy a name brand one, for sure. Because the problem is, you know, if you buy one cheap component and it dies, but if you buy a cheap power supply and it dies, it kills something else in your computer. Almost a guarantee that it will take something else in your computer, be it like a feature on your motherboard, your entire CPU, your entire GPU, or your like whole computer. So don't go cheap on the power supply, because that's what, you know, gives your computer power. It doesn't shock it. So yeah, the case is definitely a place that you can go cheap on. The only thing there is, you know, is be careful in putting it together. A lot of the cheaper cases don't roll the edges to get rid of the sharpness. Right now you're hunting for Suicune and Ultramoon. Awesome. Awesome. Good luck, Luigi. I hope you get it. Alright, guys. I think we're going to go to... I want to say 300 encounters. I think we're going to go to 300 encounters. Might become a member. Don't know yet. I would definitely appreciate it if you did. At the moment, the member perk is basically you get access to an extra Discord channel. That is for sponsors only, as well as admin, just for the sake of, you know, admin being able to check in on things if I can. But yeah, so there's a like member-only Discord chat that you get access to if you become a member, as well as you just support the streams. And if I make videos that are not streams, there's usually a little credit since thank you to all the sponsors. Speaking of Suicune, Saturday is Pogo Suicune Day. Ooh. I might have to do that. I don't know. I've been really bad about playing Pokemon Go on the weekends. I don't know if you've noticed, Cinder, but like I don't do anything. on the weekends. Like, I might catch a Pokemon if it shows up near my apartment, and I try to complete, like, I try to, like, fill up my list of research tasks with completed tasks by Friday, so I can still collect the, like, daily collect the field research quests throughout the weekend, but, like, there are no Pokestops near my house that I can, like, go to super easily. Boop. Long boop. Alright, guys. Let's see if we can get it. If you do, it'll be the first channel to be a member on. I totally I missed several letters in that sentence. I messed that up very badly. But yeah, I would be honored to be the first channel you're a member of. So remember, you can assert your dominance as an Ian fan by being the longest running member. This is something only Cinder can do at the moment, but Cinder here with a year and a month of membership. 13 months. Crazy. I really appreciate it too. Yeah, so we got Cinder there. I think One Manuel Garcia. I think with 6 months. I think you're the next one. You're the next one on that list. This is the first channel that you became a member on. I'm a member on 2 channels. I'm a member on Random Tens. That was the first thing I was ever a member on. I honestly think at this point I might be the longest running member. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure. I know there was one person who was a member before me by like 5 minutes, but then he had to reset it. So I think I might have the longest running badge on there. And then I'm also a member on Professor Wes's. Don't intend on giving that title up. Gotta hold on to it. Yeah, that's another thing that I use PayPal for, and I'm glad I use PayPal for it, because apparently if you switch your credit card, depending on how, I think it might have been a glitch, but I think depending on how you set up your credit card payments, if you use a credit card directly, if you have to update it because the card expires or something, it resets the membership, like it cancels it and reinstates it, which is weird, but yeah. You would think they'd be able to hold on, they'd be smart enough to kind of like pick it back up right where it left off if you've only been gone for the time it takes to reset a credit card, but that's something I heard from another member of Random Tens' stuff. Needs a trophy for the longest holding member. That would be interesting. I feel like that could be a neat thing to have. Granted, I feel like, I don't know, in a sense it's like, oh, that'd be kind of a cool thing to have. But like, it's not something that you could like take away. Like, you know, there are some things which, like, you know, it's the top donor for X amount of time or something. It's like, unless someone is just whaling all of their money into a certain stream, and it's one person doing it, like, that one would bounce around a good bit. But, like, member, yeah, it's kind of weird, because, like, it would, if you have someone, like Cinder, who's like, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to do that, it stays that way, which wouldn't bother me as a streamer, but I feel like, you know, that one wouldn't be as competitive of a reward, you know? Sorry, multitasking, IRL. Glad you're back, though. Yeah, it's good to be back. Thank you again for the raid, Keo. I need to catch one of your streams. I've been trying to, like, do stuff and, like, watch things, but, like, I start streaming and everyone's done, or everyone's wrapping up. But I definitely gotta tune into one of your streams again soon. But I found a first encounter shiny, not in the sense of, like, I'm gonna go hunt the shiny and finding one, like first encounter. Definitely not legends. The closest I've gotten with a legend to a first encounter was my 32 encounter Ho-Oh. But yeah, for the most part, most of my hunts, like, if I have found something, it's been, like, truly random. Like, either while I'm leveling something else up, or looking for a different Pokemon or something, I'll occasionally find one. Yeah, so I haven't gotten, like, a first encounter in that sense. I feel like some YouTubers go crazy with members and have way too much exclusive content for members, which is basically them saying my content isn't good enough for you unless you spend money on me. Well, like, you can look at it that way, but the way that I end up looking at it is more like, if I had a whole bunch of members paying, which admittedly I do have a good number, if I was making content and, like, there were people, like, there's, like, a group of people paying a lot of extra money to watch the content, Because I think, you know, there are tiers now. It's like, it makes sense. If I had the resources and the time to make more content, I would definitely be like giving them at least something, like some extra kind of thing. Like obviously I have the Discord server, the Discord channel, you know, you get your special little badge in the stream, you get recognition at the end of videos if I make them. Like that makes sense, but like there's also like, I can understand as like the person who is receiving this money, I feel like I owe it to people to give them something more for that money. Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't view it as them being like, I'm punishing, don't view it as like the YouTuber punishing someone for not being a member. It's more like just extra like, you know, you're being paid, and usually you are paid with like you giving a service or a good in return. So like you want to give that. So that's what that usually is. I wouldn't try to make it seem like they're being a jerk or anything, because they're not. Someone being a jerk. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. You know, if someone's being a jerk in one place, what's going to stop them from being a jerk in another place? And like, you know, there are consequences to things. First ever shiny is a Magikarp, and its name is Carp. Fitting name. Fitting name. My first shiny ever was a Ditto. Its name is Ditto. Reward for being the longest running member is a Twitch Prime, so this is true. Basically, you're getting the money back. That's what's happening, right? Have you ever played Mario Kart Wii? It's your favorite video game. That is the first Mario Kart I ever played. If you had the opportunity to improve your content as a streamer and get benefits from YouTube itself, like the membership thing and custom notes, why not use them? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that's what I was saying. It's like, it's basically like, as someone who is smaller and like definitely is not making enough off YouTube to live on in any way, and definitely isn't getting a lot from ad revenue, you know, like memberships and donations and stuff, or like the way that I buy my video games to play, I buy my capture cards and stuff like that, and you know, eventually buy a green screen and everything. Like, so that stuff is what, like, so when you're getting given money, like, to make better content, you make better content, and you definitely want to thank the people who let you make the better content. It's hard to concentrate with all these emojis. I can't even see them, they're all dots, they're all black boxes for me. Do I play World of Warcraft? I never got into that. I never got into Warcraft. I know it's very different, and obviously I am older now, but I think when I was like 8 or something, my dad showed me Warcraft 2, and at one point there was pixelated blood, and I just kind of noped out of the room. And that is my experience with Warcraft. Alright guys, we're on 299. I said I was going to go to 300 encounters for the night. So we got this final encounter. This is our next encounter here, guys. Sometimes emotes can avoid drama or misunderstandings, yeah. Mid front of your weight. That's why. Oh man. Yeah, no, that's a jerk. They don't need to be in any streams then. Yeah. Makes sense. Just go ahead and preemptively, you know, make sure it just makes it nice for everyone. You know. Would love to make custom emotes for free to use for everyone, but it's not the streamer's choice. Oh yeah. The emotes, like I can't be like, hey, we have 10 emotes, 9 of them are members only, and like there's at least one for like everyone. Yeah, you can't do that, unfortunately. Like you have no choice in that. In fact, like, until I hit 5 members just now, I had a certain number of emotes that I could have, and now I can have 1 more. And they're all member only. The rest of the time that I left to play World of Warcraft, and fraction of a second later you got Shiny Latias. Yeah, I remember that. I think I was like trying to look up when like the latest Hollywood Undead song came out too, so I wasn't even really in the stream focused. Not in the WoW. We aren't friends anymore. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Maybe I'll give it a shot someday when I have a computer that can play games again. Alright. Final encounter, guys. Final encounter. Yeah, sarcasm would be easily spotted with emotes and avoid serious drama. Yeah, text yeah, like having like typing things out is great because, you know, you can have conversations like this and stuff, but it is impossible to get like the intention of stuff the same way as usual. But all right, guys, we hit 300 encounters tonight. Like I said, I've got laundry and chores and stuff to do before I go to bed at 11, so I gotta go get working on that stuff. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Thank you, Kyo, for the raid, guys. Go check out Kyo if you haven't already. She is an awesome streamer. Thank you to Pokeflexi for the super chat. Thank you to Maximum for the membership. Thank you to everyone who subbed, everyone who just came to the stream, liked it, subscribed. I really appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully there'll be a stream this weekend. I'm not sure if it's going to be Mario or it's going to be Pokemon. Hopefully there is one. I'm actually going to go ahead and say there will be one. Don't know Saturday or Sunday, but there will be one. And then if it's not Pokemon, I will see you guys back here next week, same time. But hope you guys all have a good rest of your night. Hope you have a good rest of your week. And until next time, guys, take care.
Any ideas?